Good evening, fellow Alaskans. I'm Senator Anna MacKinnon, and I want you all to know that the majority is acting now to address the state's $4 billion budget deficit. The governor laid out his proposal in December, and the legislature has spent the past 3 months considering his bills, our bills, and hybrid bills to reach agreement on a balanced budget for 2017. As we consider the legislation before us this session, we've tried to evaluate each bill in the terms of its impact on Alaskan jobs, Alaska's families, and Alaska's communities. You've heard the governor say that the enemy is the lack of a plan. We agree. Our plan this session was to make major structural changes in the way our state government operates so that we're not just cutting services, we're making them serve you better at a lower cost. Don't let the governor or anyone else scare you in thinking that we're not doing anything. It's just not true. During the past 87 days, we've restructured two of the most costly government services, Medicaid and corrections, in order to provide better health care and improved public safety at a lower cost. In addition, we've introduced a bill that would eliminate the money we spend on oil and gas tax credits in the Cook Inlet within 2 years, as well as a plan to restructure our investments so that we save smarter. These reforms were fundamental to our plan to improve government operations for a sustainable path forward. Contrary to what the governor said, these were hard decisions. They were hard because each of these reforms affect Alaskans at a very personal level. On average, more than 130,000 Alaskans qualify for Medicaid. Our prison population is over 5,000 Alaskans, not to mention all the family members that are affected by that incarceration. The oil and gas industry supports 110,000 jobs, and every Alaska resident receives a permanent fund dividend check that in many cases help families feed, clothe, or educate their children or themselves. As I said, every Alaskan will be affected by the decisions we're making, and we want to do the right thing the first time. In brief, I'd like to review each of these reforms and let you know how they will benefit Alaskans, Alaskan jobs, Alaskan families, and Alaskan communities. First, we took on Medicaid reform. Personally, in the Senate Finance Committee, 18 meetings on the subject. We've streamlined medical travel and office visits that will increase health care access and expertise to rural communities in Alaska by implementing greater use of telemedicine. We saved the state an estimated $33 million next year, reoccurring and up to $113 million by 2022. System change, criminal justice reform, reinvesting those savings in victim advocacy groups, in offender services, and in an effort to reduce prison population by 15%. You will see savings at the state level of over $380 million over the next decade. Next, we took on oil and gas tax credit reform. We've proposed the elimination of Cook Inlet tax credits within the next 2 years, returning the Cook Inlet to a free market, making cuts across all sectors. This will potentially save the state $400 million in credit funds. Next, we took on permanent fund restructuring, which guarantees a dividend to each Alaskan who qualifies, $1,000 for the next 3 years and beyond. We also made sure that the corpus of the fund is protected. This protects the revenue stream for all Alaskans and future generations. You heard the governor say we don't have a wealth problem, we have a cash flow problem. He's right. We have a healthy savings account. We're working to protect it, and we're fundamentally changing state government so that it operates sustainably for the long term. As we negotiate the final terms of the budget, it's not too late to participate by contacting your legislators or the governor's office. The way we spend our money reflects our values and our priorities. We want you to be confident that our work is benefiting Alaskan communities, families, and your job, and that we're putting Alaskans' economy on a sustainable path forward. As always, thank you for being involved. Good night.